listen to me. Put the cookie down and listen. This summer, we're not just talking, we're training for greatness. Welcome to Entertain This, where the muscles are big and the news is bigger. All summer long, we are crushing your favorites from Predator to Total Recall and hearing the lamentations of bad movies. We've got the trivia to pump you up and the comedy that will make you laugh until you let off some steam, Bennett. It is the summer of Schwarzenegger, and you are coming with me if you want to live. Follow us at @EntertainThis_ on social media for more firepower. Now, get to the podcast. Do it now.
Go ahead and hit that record button this time.
Yeah, I know. Now we're recording. Now we're doing a show. We'll edit in the music later. But hey, welcome to Entertain This. It's a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Tom. With me I have
Mitch.
And our friend from Allentown, Pennsylvania, we have Darin Toonder joining us today. What you don't hear is...
you guys. Good to be with you guys.
I know. It's like we just didn't spend an hour and a half talking.
Yeah, did you tell me to say? We've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes, man.
We have. We've been getting to know Darin.
Are we recording?
It's like, no. We started our side segment just called Shooting the Breeze with our buddy Darin. Now, for those of you who don't know who Darin Toonder is, you can find him in things like Paradise, General Hospital, Ozark, She-Hulk, Obsession, Parks and Rec, I'm told, and he's a 9-time softball champion.
And I guess which I like the most. I like the fact that I've won 9 times.
Feels good to have that much gold
on my resume. 9-time champion.
It's like I've acted at things, but you see these trophies? Now, Darin, as we obviously our audience listening, they don't know that what we talked about in the last hour and a half, and they probably shouldn't. But we're gonna dive into your acting career and how you all got started, and what made you pursue acting.
I tell you, it was growing up. I used to come home for lunch during grade school. This is like in the 80s. Where they would let, if you were 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, they would actually let you go home, walk by yourself to go have lunch at home.
No adults.
Which they would never do now. You know what I mean? They're not letting a 10-year-old just walk 5 blocks to home by himself. But I wouldn't walk home. I would run home because if I got there in time, I could catch right when I Love Lucy started. And then right after I Love Lucy was the Carol Burnett show with Tim Conway. And I loved watching that with my mom. And we had a tough time growing up, and there was difficulties. But in that hour that I'd come home from lunch and watch that, man, the joy that was in that room and was experienced, that was kind of the first. And it looked like just Tim Conway and Lucy were just having a time of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that looks like fun. And so that's the first thing that made me interested in it. And then also another thing is, again, with my mom, there was a show called Moonlighting. Do you guys know what Moonlighting is?
Yeah, Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd.
Yeah, that's the thing that put, Die Hard put Bruce Willis, made him a star, but Moonlighting is what got him some traction to be able to get to Die Hard. But I kept hearing about this show, and I convinced my mom, because I had to go to bed at 9 o'clock. When I was in 5th grade or 6th grade, I think that's when it came out. And I
recording in progress.
Sorry. Well, we should start now.
No, he's for the visual. We're trying something.
Oh, the video. Watching that, she let me stay up. We watched that show, and she liked it so much. That's the one night she let me stay up till 10 on a school night to watch Moonlighting, and then that was again, he looked like he was having a time of his life. And then my grandmother just really believed in me, and she pushed me, and she's like, I think you should pursue that. And I adored her. And so when she kind of gave me that blessing, or maybe I should say that validation, someone me, my talent, it was, that's what I'm gonna do. And when it happened real quick, went to Chicago, and then right after that, I was doing a show at Steppenwolf. It's a really big theater in Goodman and the Steppenwolf at Chicago, and then this pilot happened right after that, and then my agent in Chicago was like, "You just need to go out to LA now because they're hot," and that's how it all kind of happened fast. I've just been out here for 20 years, and I've been fortunate enough to have shot a little over 70 episodes of television. So I've been very, very fortunate, very, very fortunate, and the food's great too.
I did it for the food.
Crafty is fantastic. I mean, well, you should see the spreads that, on some of these TV shows. It's fantastic.
That's a pilot right there. A guy who just loves food and becomes an actor just so he can eat like all like the fancy stuff they bring out to sets. He's like, I'm just telling you, there's just not like, you're not going to get it at a restaurant. You got to be an actor.
I'm telling you, there was this one show. It was Gary Unmarried, and there was a shrimp mountain. It was a mountain of shrimp, and there was like 3 sides of the mountain, and each side was a different kind of shrimp, like teriyaki shrimp, coconut shrimp, barbecue shrimp. And I was like, I had never seen anything like that, just a mountain of shrimp.
I didn't know shrimp could be presented in a mountain format.
It was presented as a mountain. It was Mount Shrimp. It was, and let me tell you something. I went on every side of the mountain.
You're just like looking up like a climber, like at base camp. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm getting to the top of this bad boy.
Well, yeah, because we've been on a couple of sets, and like, we have our own staff dining at work, but we go from eating burnt eggs to doing security for this, and it's like, oh, you have like homemade filet mignon steaks and scrambled omelets and all sorts of stuff. Mm-hmm. This must be nice.
Well, the fact that a lot of times, you can choose from chicken, fish, and beef. And, if you just sit there going and say, around the world, please, they'll give you all 3, and it's, although that's the other thing, sometimes, depending on what I'm doing that day, I when it's lunch, do you guys ever get the lunch coma or food coma after lunch?
Yep. I just need a nap in a blanket.
Trying to shoot a scene when you're just, is tough. And so sometimes I go light and I pack that thing away. And, there was this, we're shooting this movie, Devotion, and it was going great. But then they were shooting the leads coverage, and then they were going to turn around, the setup and shoot me. But there's this rain coming, and they're like, all right, we got a break for lunch. And this is going to be like a 2.5 hour break. And, so, enjoy your lunch while you can. It's going to be a pretty big storm. And we were shooting out in Savannah, as a matter of fact. We were talking about Savannah. I know you said you really love Savannah. And this spread was phenomenal. It was like Last Supper kind of quality spread. It was just, and it went for miles and miles. And I'm like, well, if I got 2.5 hours, because usually I really like before lunch to avoid the food coma. And I went, give me the fish, give me the chicken, give me the steak, give me the pie. I just loaded up with the intention of getting food coma and taking a nap, because I had to get up at like 4 a.m. to get there at 5 a.m, right? And I loaded up and even like ate 3 cookies, and I went to my trailer to go pass out, and just, that moment when you're sleeping where you're right there, you're just about to pass out, and right when I was about to pass out, Darin, we're ready for you. I'm like, what? And they said, we were 2.5 hours. And like, no, the storm just went. And so I'm like, the whole time shooting. I was like yelling at God. Thank you. Why? This is like my first big, huge, like Sony motion picture. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm a rookie mistake. It's like that Seinfeld episode where George is driving and the pigeons. He's like, we have a deal. You're supposed to move. And I was like, we had a deal. It's supposed to be 2.5 hours. So yeah, the spreads are pretty fantastic.
We just need to start a side podcast called Film and Foods. Or Foods and Film.
Tom has a lot of good ideas. He just doesn't implement any.
I wrote that down though. That's further than I've gone with most of my ideas. I actually wrote it down. I'm just an idea guy. That's all. I don't execute them. I don't give you.
You just like the spitball. You go, the spaghetti's against the wall. You pick what you want to eat off this wall.
Yeah.
The problem is when I come up with great ideas, it's not spaghetti on the wall. It's throwing darts at a wall. It's just like, man, someone should do that as I leave.
Yeah. You and Hayden both talk about all these great ideas, and then you want me to figure out how to implement them. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Food and films, Mitch. That's our new show.
Okay.
We're going to have actors on. We're going to have Darin on. We're going to talk about food. We're going to eat some pasta. We're going to eat some shrimp fra diavolo. And we're going to talk about Goodfellas. That's what we're going to do. That's our new show.
Sure, yeah.
The heck with this other show we do that we've been doing for 5 years. This is what's going to sell.
Spin-off. Maybe it's a side project. You leave, who's the partner?
Hayden.
Who's the partner?
Yeah, Hayden.
Oh,
Hayden.
It's not even a side project. It's a side dish.
Side dish.
Now, you talked about a Carol Burnett show. You mentioned Tim Conway. I'm guessing you have a favorite Tim Conway skit.
Oh, dentist. Come on.
Oh, okay. I was best. Mine was going to be the dentist as well. I don't know if you ever saw that one with the Novocaine and then the gnat and the fly. And I think Harvey Korman he's sitting in the chair. I think he actually pissed himself. He was laughing so hard.
Or anytime he did that old man, the old man that, and he would just slow shuffle. And I think there was one scene where Harvey was he was stuck in a burning building, and the old Tim Conway character came in to save him. He's just shuffling around and just not doing anything. And Harvey, God bless him, was just losing it the entire time. But there was another one I really liked. That one of the bits that Tim Conway did that I thought was real funny too is when he got smacked. I think it was Tim Conway. He got smacked and he fell up the stairs. And he fell up the stairs, and I was like, "This is genius." And there was another one where he fell down the stairs, but he did it in slow motion. I don't know if you see that one too. Have you seen that one at all? I mean, that guy was just a genius. But like watching him and watching John Ritter on Three's Company, I mean, just these people who have, and that's the other thing is like these physical comedians, and I don't think anybody's really doing that right now. After Kramer, is there anybody doing really any physical comedy?
I mean, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Like how John Ritter did or how Lucy did. The only person I can think of, and I did an episode of Modern Family, was the guy Ty Burrell, the guy who plays Phil. Like he would do some physical comedy. And when I worked with him, I was like, hey man, as someone who's a big John Ritter fan, Lucy fan, Tim Conway fan, I mean, you're doing that. And he was even like, he's like, as an athlete, that's my a way of still being able to be physical, but I don't see really anybody doing any physical comedy like that nowadays.
I mean,
at least not on TV.
It's been a while, but like the only one I can think of close would maybe be like Kevin James when he was on King of Queens. He would do some stuff that was kind of off the wall, kind of bouncing around and dancing.
Scrubs had some stuff.
But wasn't that still back with like flip phones and everything?
Yeah, it was. Like I said, it's not recent, but it's
way back.
Pulling out of
but he would do that.
That would be. I think that should be what you're doing.
I'm trying. I'm trying, man. I was doing this thing where all it said was, like, I was doing this scene where it just said he checks his wife's phone because he thinks his wife's cheating on him, right? And that's all it said on the script. And I did this whole routine where I was trying to get the phone, like leaning over, trying to get her phone, and I ate it off the bed, and then I slowly kind of popped my head up to see if I woke up, and I reached around and grabbed, and then I did like an army crawl around and was trying to look for it, and then it was one of those things where I realized, I couldn't figure out her password, so I walked up and put the phone over her face to get it, and then I looked at her, and you know how like they put mirrors under people's nose to see if they're breathing? I just had a moment where I checked just to make sure she was still alive, and I was like, oh my god! And I finally got the thing. It was just finding this whole bit, and the people were just howling, and the guy who who wrote the scene, he was like, the fact that you created this whole 6-minute bit off just a line that he just checked the phone. That's from all like watching like John Ritter and Lucy and Like, how can we play in this? How can we find the physical? Because that's what it is. It's just playing, you know. Because as I tell my kids that I work with, you know, you make people laugh with words. You make them howl with what you do. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, like, when you watch I Love Lucy, when you laughing most at what she says or when she's getting into her physical hygiene? They're like, oh, when she's physical hygiene. I'm like, absolutely.
Well, that's like, I don't act, but my son and my daughter, they, you know, in the mornings where I used to work, I had time in a little bit as they were leaving, going to school. I would see them and tell them bye. And there was one morning, I think it was my daughter that she was just having a bad morning. She was kind of crying. And so just to try and make her laugh a little bit, I grew up watching the Three Stooges, so that like kind of slapstick comedy. Yeah. So now I have to do this all the time. But she was like, I acted like she had locked me out of the garage door. And so every time I went to do it, it's like I hit my head and then I would stumble and like trip over stuff in the garage and she would just die laughing. And now I have to do that just about every time.
It's like, careful with the bits you pull with your kids, because then you keep hearing the word you don't ever want to hear again, is when they go, again. Yeah. What have I done?
Like, it hurts.
Well, there's a couple of times I told my wife, like, drive out of the driveway faster.
They're late now. They're late at this point. Get them to school.
But yeah, I grew up with Three Stooges and just like the slapstick comedy I always enjoyed.
Oh, so much fun. It's so much fun. And that's just, but now I'm just laughing because I'm thinking of all the times, like I like mess around with kids, right? I don't have any, but man, you know, I work with kids and then I have kids. But just that's the thing after I do a bit, and as you know, they scream again, and you're like, I can't let my fans down. You know what I mean?
You're sitting there with like a pack of ice against your knee, just like, again? Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we didn't get it on that take. We did.
Exactly.
All right. And the director's like, yeah, again.
I didn't know this was a multiple performance evening.
And you're like,
when I'm done.
Not one.
You know? Yeah. But do you do any bits for your kids too, or not? They're not at the age where they can appreciate your comedy, or they don't appreciate your comedy.
The sort of hide and seek thing he thinks is hilarious. I'll like creep up, like he'll see me, and like I'll like, you know, hide behind my wife. You know, she's sitting there feeding him, and then I'll like pop up over her shoulder, and he's like, and he's getting good at guessing where I'm gonna pop up next. He's getting really good at it. So I'm having to like fake him out. Like I'll give him a double, and then I got to go one way, and then I got to give it again, and just to try to catch him. And he's like, if I get him, he's like, oh, he's like, you're over there. It's like, haha, well played. he gets like all excited about it.
You should take him on what is that training course where I don't know if it actually really happens, but you know that training course where police officers do the thing with the gun and and they have the thing pop out and it's either a perpetrator or a civilian.
Yeah.
Did that really happen?
No.
No. Who's he lying to me?
Clint Eastwood lied to you. Magnum Force isn't real.
Yeah.
Be like Will Smith in Men in Black. He shoots the kid. He's like, yeah, she was the only one that looked, you know, strange here. All these monsters are out here working out, and just little Cindy Lou Who over here walking around with textbooks.
Yeah, quantum physics, that's way too advanced for her. What's this girl doing?
He'd be really good at that. If there ever was a course, he'd be fantastic at it.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to teach him proper life skills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So far we're doing good.
Right now,
what's the number one life skill that you think you've given him so far that will actually?
I have no idea. He hasn't. We're not at the words section yet, so hopefully his first words aren't just profanity from having sat behind me in a car in traffic. It's like, I'm going to use the words my dad told me when I was 3 months old.
But did you? Let me ask you this: did your dad have because I think we're men, we can admit we can be oblivious, right? Mm-hmm. And I couldn't believe when he heard me curse. He's like, "Who taught you that language?" Like, I've been on the golf course with you, man.
Like, I've heard it.
Who do you think? It was you. Yeah. But I didn't have the nerve to ask and tell him. I was like, well, that was you.
Like, you need like the diary? It's just like, all right, December 8th, 1997. You were doing this.
I'm going to pull up the receipt
Yeah.
here.
I just jot them all
But
down.
at the same time, the obliviousness of how do you not know that you were the one who taught me those words?
See, my mom thought
Because
she
he's
was,
a good example.
yeah, my mom thought she was clever. She would swear in like Italian. And I mean, you know when the words come out. And me and my brother, like, Mom said the F word in Italian. And she's like, how do you know the F word? And then she's like, oh, yeah. Because she said it like under her breath and we heard her. Because, you know, when you're a kid, you're not supposed to hear something. You hear it. Or my dad. I mean, there was one time, it was like the first time I ever heard him use MF. That I recall. And that's when he sliced his finger open with a razor blade while sheetrocking my brother's room. You know, fingernail to knuckle.
Ugh.
Oh, straight to the bone, all the way. And you just hear it clank, you know, the razor hits the ground. You hear, mother. And, you know, dolphin noises. And me and my brother like, ooh. It's like, I didn't know you could use it that way. It's like achievement unlocked. It's like, you know, the skill tree expanded for our profanity.
My mom would never curse, but she would do these like 1950s like June Cleaver exclamations where something would happen and she'd just go, oh, golly. Jeepers criminy, or just something like that. Like my mom could fart like with the best. It's a good thing that we weren't on a fault line in Indianapolis, because she could rip them. And when she would ever do that, I mean, I'm talking like rip them, like a, you know, some lion's roar. The decibels on this thing were just, I couldn't. She would block out the sound of the TV. They would be so loud and so long. And then she'd just be lying on the floor and she'd just rip it. And then she'd just go, oh, golly. You know, your grandmother has the same problem.
And then it just shows like his younger sibling walk by, you know, in like, you know, in the line of fire, just go and just drop out.
Well, you had brothers, right? You had siblings.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
You did the fart game, right?
I always do it with my son. I do it with my son. He'll be sitting there, and I'll usually let one rip, and he'll just look at me and goes, "You pooed it." And I'll be like, "No, sir, that was you." And he goes, "Nah." I was like, "Oh, well, it's my word against yours."
My son, he used to, when he was, you know, like within the first like 2 months when he was born, he would fart and it would scare him and he'd cry. And he, you know, and he'd be like, eh. And then he was asleep and like we got him down for his nap and he ripped like an adult. My wife looked at me like I did it and I was like, that was him. And he's just like, and he just, and he went, woo. Like he's like asleep. He's just like, woo. And then after that, he never had a problem letting it rip.
Well, I could say as the age I'm at, I still think they're funny.
Yeah, they are still funny.
But I tell you, never encourage a person with irritable bowel syndrome to fart. Because I was dating this girl and I'd fart, we'd laugh, but she couldn't fart because she had just horrible bowel trouble or whatever. And then one evening, she was sitting on the couch and all of a sudden I just heard this. Just like, I just went, what the hell sound was that? And you that farted. That's what, like, you farted. She's like, I did it. It was the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. All it was just, and that was it. It was the worst thing I was like, you are not allowed to do that ever again.
Fart privileges revoked.
Revoked, exactly.
I mean, for those of you who tuned in for a podcast about farting, I got one more fart story, and then we'll move on to Mr. Toonder's career. But this is our house in New York, and it was like a 10 by 13 room, you know, little ranch house on my own. And I am just ripping like a straight out. I don't know what we ate, but I'm just farting it up. And I'm just like going nuts. Doors closed. I'm hot boxing them. I can't smell anything. My dad opens the door and like you could see the air shift. And I didn't realize it until he opened the door. And he just takes one step. He goes, "Hey Tom, where you? Oh go!" He's like, he just slams the door. And all I hear is, "What died?" He's just like running away.
And that's the second time he yelled "mother effer."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, let's segue back to your career in film and shows. Now, you've been on a lot of television shows, as IMDb has been kind enough to inform me of. One of them you did a Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
How was it being on Parks and Rec? It's one of my personal favorite shows.
I tell you, I only did one day on there, and everyone was just super nice. But that was one of those shows where I hadn't watched it, and I hadn't become a fan yet. And then it was funny. I did that show, and then I watched that episode, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually a pretty funny show."
What was your episode?
It was God, I cannot remember the name of it. But I was with Leslie and Adam Scott. What was Adam Scott's character's name? I can't remember. The
Ben.
Leslie Knope was Ben. And both of them were real nice. And but it they say for actors, like, watch the show before you watch. If you get an audition for the show, watch the show. You can get an idea of the certain style of the show, and you can get the feel of the show, and that can help you with your audition. I would say easily over half of that, my resume, I did not watch the show. Because I'm like, it's good. I know that's what I'm supposed to do, but have I done that every time? Oh, absolutely not. And because I just think, young actors, I'm going to just say, watch the show and help you. Don't do what I did. But I'm one of those things, like, you can't be good acting, and sometimes you can watch a show and you can still be bad. But again, that was one of those shows I hadn't watched it until I did it. And then watching it afterwards, it was when I was like, oh, because I remember watching the pilot of that. No, I remember I watched the pilot of it, and I wasn't a fan. And then after, it had been like 4 or 5 years of it was being on air or something like that. And then I watched it again, and that's what brought me back to that show. And I think that show's fantastic. Well, I thought that show was terrible.
That's how I was with The Office. Like, I watched the first episode and I was like, it's okay. And then probably the show was already over by the time I went back and watched it, but I started watching it. I was like, this is pretty funny. And then I ended up watching the entire thing.
I couldn't do it. It's just it was just like maybe like all my arm hair just like prickle out. I'm just like I just want to hit one of you. It's like I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, did you used to watch The American Office? Have you watched the British version of The Office?
I have not.
I've seen clips and stuff with Ricky Gervais, and it's in the same vein. I don't want to say it's cringe, but it really, really is though.
Well, watching him, or even extras, and watching him put himself and just make him complete ass of himself is cringeworthy. Like, I can only watch so many of them because it's so just uncomfortable, and just him constantly talking and putting his foot in his mouth and just like a complete ass. And I just go, I can't watch any more of these. I got to time out. Like,
I got to watch something else. Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm is another one.
I can only watch so many episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm in a row because he just is so grating but hilarious at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's very funny, but it makes like your neck hurt because you're like, it's like I can't. I want to smack you.
Yeah. Wait, so was Parks your favorite comedy, or did you have a favorite comedy?
That was one of my other shows that have come out probably in the last 15 years. That was probably one of my favorites.
So you got a top 3 comedies? You got top 3 comedies?
I'm more of an old soul. So I love The Honeymooners. I think that's peak comedy and gold, and I love everything about that show and what Jackie Gleason did, and didn't even rehearse. Would just stroll in, look through and go, all right, that's the basis, got it. I'm gonna make this the best show ever, and did. MASH, I love MASH. I've seen every episode. Scrubs was fantastic, and Barney Miller, reruns of Barney Miller, that was my favorite.
Miller, dude. You're going way back on that one, too.
Just a hardcore bass line, and it's a cop show. It's the 70s, and it's a total comedy.
So here's the question. You're like, what is the best TV theme show song of all time?
Oh, that is. Oh,
We've done TV theme show trivia before.
we have, but that's
and
just,
we like
you know,
key it
guess
up and we know them all. I mean, granted, it's more of a kids TV show, but Boy Meets World, I always like that one.
That's a good one.
Where they're like it's the teenage years when they're like pouring the water on each other's head and the credits and all that stuff.
You know, I think Hill Street Blues.
That's a great one.
The piano. Because, you know, it's like it starts like the roll-up door goes up and the car and the lights, you know, police car guns out, and then the dun, 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 with the piano. It's just great.
Oh, well, if not just about comedy shows, but Smallville, I always enjoyed. If you've ever seen Smallville,
Yeah, I've seen it.
because the sunbird, I'm not a singer, but somebody save me, you know, kind of thing. I always like that one.
Keep going. No, keep going.
No, we're good.
2 more verses. The Emmy's in the mail. Or your Tony, whatever it is. I'm not trying to do like superhero shows because I'd be like, 1994 Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
With Aerosmith did the intro. That was awesome.
Batman
No,
the
hold
animated
on a
series.
second. Hold on. Can the TV theme show, does it have to be an original? Like, because for example, with Booker, that TV show Booker in the 90s, could you say Hot in the City? Because they used Hot in the City for that theme song, Billy Idol's Hot in the City. You can't use that one, I think, because that was a song that then they put in for the theme song as opposed to a song that was
No, it's got to be written for it.
Right.
You know what else? The show had the best theme, in my opinion. Ed, Edd n Eddy. I don't know if you watched Ed, Edd n Eddy. It was the cartoon version, pretty much, of the Three Stooges for kids for my generation growing up. But it just starts with that whistle, the. And then, Ed, Edd n Eddy, and then it rips into this, like, jazz riff. And it's, like, the funniest things. They're just, like, smacking the crap out of each other on camera.
Well, the 70s and 80s had the best. I grew up in, like, the 80s where it was, like, you had to have a good theme song.
If you didn't have a good theme song, you didn't have a show.
Yeah, because you had to catch them.
Yeah, exactly. But I know who's starring in it, but you have a theme song. We need a strong opening. And it's one of those things where I think you're missing some real good ones. Good Times.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Welcome Back, Carter.
Yeah, Welcome Back, Cotter.
Cheers. I was thinking Cheers.
Yeah, I was when you
Growing Pains.
I don't remember Growing Pains.
I don't remember the one from.
I know
Show me
the
that
show.
smile
Oh,
again.
Yeah.
That one, fantastic. Are we stealing any of the ones I just threw out? Oh, One Day at a Time. Get up on your feet. Somewhere music playing. I mean, come on.
I just keep hearing the Cheers theme going on in my head. As soon as you said Cheers, I'm like, sometimes you want to go.
So you're going Cheers then? Or are you sticking with Hill Street Blues?
Hill Street Blues.
Okay.
More for sentimental value to me. My dad, he was like, hey, you really like the show. Me and him watched like the first couple seasons together. Yeah. So it's more like, happy memory kind of thing. But if you were going to be in any of those shows in the 80s that you like, what show would you love to have been on?
Oh, I mean, if I could star on any TV show in the 80s or like take over that role,
mm-hmm.
Come on. Either Jack Tripper on Three's Company or David Addison on Moonlighting. I mean, those were just fantastic shows. Fantastic. Because again, Moonlighting, see, it was before your time, huh? Yeah, right?
For me, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Have
before
you know, it's on Hulu. I'm telling you. You watch that and you'll see why Bruce Willis became a star or was a star. He was fantastic. And then what's like Sybil Shepherd, I don't think she gets enough credit for how good of a straight man she was to Bruce Willis. I mean, she's doing because same with I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy was hilarious, but without Desi Arnaz and him being the straight man, that wouldn't have been nearly a good show. Desi Arnaz is a brilliant straight man. Brilliant. I don't think he gets nearly enough credit as he should. And I would feel the same way about Sybil Shepherd on Moonlighting. Because if you go back and it's on Hulu, it holds up. And it is hysterical. Like, especially the first 2 seasons, two and a half seasons are fantastic. You got a treat waiting for you if you ever want to go to Hulu and watch some moonlighting. It's fantastic.
I'll have to watch this. Now, I would probably want to do Magnum PI.
Just for the short shorts? Just for the short shorts?
Yes. I mean, I already wear them.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I got several pairs of chubby shorts, 5-inch inseams, nothing but thigh.
That's what he's going for. Normally, that's just the mustache, you know.
Yeah, the mustache. You have the chest hair for it, though. That's the other thing.
I do.
We don't have to see it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But that's it's those short shorts. Do you know about? As a matter of fact, speaking of Three's Company, they had a computer edit supposedly one of the episodes of Three's Company because of Jack Tripper's short shorts, and supposedly one of his balls is popping out.
It's like, and if you look closely, John Ritter's right testicle.
There it is. God darn it, he's right. But yeah, supposedly his short shorts were so short. And it looks like they're coming back. Shorts are starting to creep back up nowadays, aren't they?
I can't do it.
Remember when they were down below the knee, and now they're starting to come up back. The short shorts are coming back on, guys. I don't like it.
Shorts never should have went past the knee.
It was ridiculous.
Because
They
they were almost capri
like,
pants.
They were like exactly like when you watch that's the thing when I watch the NBA games in like the early 2000s and everything is just
Baggy
like
and loose.
10. They're like wearing 10 like just like hefty bags on it. Everything's so baggy. It's like ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. But now they're starting to creep up, man. These shorts on guys. Have you noticed this at all?
I have, because I wear them.
I mean, other than my stuff that I wear for work, all I ever do is wear like gym clothes, anyways, because I don't go anywhere, do anything.
Now hold on a second. Can you see my leg? Do you see my leg? You got from the knee to my hip. You got that?
We can see like pocket to hip.
How about now?
Uh-huh.
You got it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise my hand and you tell me stop where your shorts stop, okay?
All right.
Right there. That's for me.
That's where your shorts
Yeah,
stop.
that's me.
You didn't say stop.
Nope.
Though. You didn't say stop. All right, here we go. Keep going.
All right.
Yeah, see, he's
Dude, you better do the podcast because the ball's gonna pop out and you don't want to have that
That's
happen.
why we sit down. There's a table.
he walks around. He's got them hairy white legs.
Oh yeah.
I got hairy white legs, but that's why I can leave longer shorts.
That's how I landed Mrs. Reynolds.
That's the other thing. You need I got kind of chicken. I think I got some chicken. I think I got chicken legs. It's a chicken. Great. These chicken legs. So I think if you have the legs for it, you can go shorter pants. But also, I just don't like them that high.
I ended up getting a pair of chubbies, and they were 6-inch.
I don't know what that is.
It's the brand.
Oh, okay. Please,
brand.
I'm really hoping that's what it was.
You can get them at I had a chubby, and I thought I need
I've
shorts.
never heard of them being chubby.
I had neither.
Chubby
Yeah. It's
for
a whole.
pants.
But the shorts, they have like a drawstring on the inside, so you can get like a proper fit if you don't want to wear a belt. The pockets have a zipper over for the back pocket if your wallet's there, which is great. Elasticy, breathable in the summer, a lot of give, and they're just comfortable. They sit about mid thigh. It's very nice.
They're kind of sounds like they're like all. Have you ever had bird dog shorts?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they're great. They're great. Same with the pants. But I don't like the ones that have the built-in underwear.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, because then I can't wear the shorts multiple times. Right? Am I right? You only wear your shorts once? Are you trying to say you're one and done when you wear your shorts? You don't wear your shorts like the same shorts 2 or 3 days in a row?
No, I do because mine don't have the built-in underwear. Because who wants to have built-in underwear into a pair of shorts? It's like, oh man, skid marks.
Yeah, you can't wear them 2 days in a row.
No, it's just that's bad marketing. You just it's a stupid idea. Who would even put that? We need to segue back into this show because we're
going down a long trail here.
We are going down a long trail, but it's a fun trail. Now, I believe earlier you said you had been on 70 different television shows.
Oh, I've shot 70 episodes, so I think I've been on like
episodes.
50. It's like 50 television shows, and I've shot a bunch of episodes. Like sometimes I've been reoccurring on some of these other shows.
What was your favorite that you've been on so far?
All right. I gotta say, I tell you what, doing a bunch of episodes for General Hospital and playing just an evil character, just a completely evil character, was a ton of fun. And everybody, I gotta say, that's the other thing. Everybody on that show was super nice. Super nice. That's the other thing that made it great. But then the other thing that made it fun too, or challenging, was on a soap, you get one take. That's it. You get one take. And I don't know if you guys ever done any acting or done a scene or anything like that, or maybe even did a speech. And the first time you do it, it's just you just get through it, and then like, oh great, now that we got that one out of the way, let's really do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a great lesson of letting go of perfection, just kind of doing your thing, and then just trusting, okay, that's out to the universe, you know what I mean? Whether that was good acting or bad acting, that's out to the universe. And that helped me really let go of, I'm a recovering perfectionist. Help me get rid of that, you know? Because I think you remember, Brutus the Barber Beefcake? Remember Brutus?
Yes.
And his finishing move was a sleeper hold, right?
Uh-huh.
And I say it's like, perfectionism is like the sleeper hold on joy. And the more you apply that, the longer you have that, sleeper hold on joy, the more the joy, or the perfectionism on joy, the more joy just kind of disappears and goes to sleep, because you want to nail the take and you want to get it right. But sometimes when you're that way, you're not really playing, and you're just trying to get the beats right and hit certain things as to just being in the moment. And that's what was great about General Hospital, is just, it was just a big, just trusting and letting go and being okay no matter what happens. It's out there and it's done, and let's go on to the next one. But there's also great playing a real evil character too. I mean, I shot her up so much with so many drugs, it was ridiculous. And then the comments that I was getting from the fans online on Instagram whenever I post a picture, my God, they hated me. They love to hate me. They love to hate me. I mean, and they hated me. And just it was just the things I was being called, and I would just text back or message back because I thought it was hilarious. And one of my favorite moments of my acting career came when was with a General Hospital fan where I'm at this dinner table and or dinner party, and my friend asked, "Hey, so how's General Hospital going?" And this guy was sitting at the end of the table. He's like 77 years old, right? And I guess he thought he was talking to him because he goes, "It's going great. General Hospital's fantastic. I've been watching it for 25 years. It's in a struggle. I'm waiting. Me and my wife never miss it at all. It's going great. And I just can't miss an episode." And my friend goes, No, I was talking to him. And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, no, he's on General Hospital." And then the guy just looks at me. He goes, You're on General Hospital? And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Who do you play?" And I go, "I'm Dr. Montague." And then he lights up. This 77-year-old man lights up like a Christmas, the joy with his eyes and his smile. And he just looks at me and he goes, "I fucking hate you." And I start bursting out laughing. And he goes, "And my wife hates you too." And I thought that was I laughed so hard. I've never seen anybody light up with that much joy and then say that word to me.
So you're like the Emperor on Star Wars. Just feed me your hate.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Oh my God, dude! I gotta tell you, that made my day. I don't think I can't think of anything like that. Was such a wonderful moment, and the fact that that show created that moment for me. It was. I have never again. The juxtaposition of how he looked and his joy in his face and saying that to me was just great. It was just great. But then he goes, "Hey, I didn't even know that was you. I mean, you're so gregarious and that Dr. Montague is very just evil." And he goes, "That's a testament to how good of an actor you are." And
you're like, "Thank you,
so
sir."
That was I had the most fun on, but there's been some other ones like comedy ones that, like Minx. I had a great day on that, and because I went to this Minx is a show that takes place in the 70s, and when I went to go to wardrobe, they gave me this great 70s leisure suit. It was fantastic, and they gave me this tie that had jaguars all over it. I'm like, this is awesome! A tie with jaguars on it. And I was so inspired by what I wore that when I got the set, I went to I walked into makeup, and I just looked at the makeup ladies and I said, "Ladies, I think my character needs a mustache." And she lit up and she was like, "Yes!" And she put this porn stash, this beautiful porn stash 70s mustache on me, and it looked fantastic. And usually when you're making a choice like that, they'll take a picture of it because they got to get approval for it. You go, okay, like the EP, since they're the executive producer goes, yeah, that's fine. You got to get that checked. And she went, that thing is so hysterical and that thing looks so good. I'm not even going to get approval on it. I just
like, that's it.
Yeah, she goes, and if someone says something, they say something, but don't you? And he said, I'm like, I'm not saying a damn thing because it was so good and nobody thought, and it was at the end of the day where I finally went, hey, this is not my mustache. And they were like, what are you crazy? It was so good. But then when I have that mustache and I got the jaguar tie, that got me in like the character even that much more. And I was just having so much fun playing with this douchey guy. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
Now, being in, you're in LA, you're in all these shows. What's your best starstruck moment?
It had to do with the mustache. And it was not necessarily because I've never really been starstruck. Never been starstruck until actually, no, wait. There's 2 times I've been starstruck.
Oh, a double.
One was I walked into an audition, and they're like, yes, the director will be here. And I was like, okay, great. They said, just let you know, the director will be in the room with you. Well, okay, great. And I walk in the room, and it was George Clooney. And he was high on George Clooney. And it was when he was doing Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And he had this mustache. I was like, yeah, the mustache. And at first I was like, that's a silly mustache on you. But then I'm looking, I'm like, that's Batman. And it was when he was just Batman. I was like, you're Batman. He's like, yes. He started laughing. He was just saying, I'm like, no, but yeah, you're Batman, dude. And it was so, but it was because I was so thrown. I think that was more about just being thrown because you think they would tell you he was in the room. And so if I just saw him on the street, I don't think I'd been thrown. But the fact I'm about to act in front of him, he was just so matter of fact, I'm George Clooney. Like, you're Batman.
I know.
We can tell.
Like, you don't even have to say it.
Dude, and the other one is when I was with I was at this heavyweight boxing match. And have you guys ever seen a heavyweight boxing match live?
No.
No.
It is insane. Like watching it on TV compared to watching a live boxing match. Oh my God, it is night and day. Kind of like we were talking about hockey, like hockey live. It is so different live than it is watching it on TV. Just these 2 monster men just beating the crap out of each other. But anyway, there was a bunch of celebrities there. Like Mr. T was there, Tom Hanks was there, like all these people were there. And but then I'm standing in so like how you walk into an arena, they kind of have that little corridor. It's like a tunnel way from the concession stands and everything to the actual stadium, inside the stadium, or the arena. And I heard someone say something. I turn around, and there's Kristen Davis from Sex and the City. You ever played Charlotte? And you know how there's wind. sometimes there's wind in that little tunnel between the, and so she's got this wind is blowing, and she's backlit, and her hair's just, and her dress, and I thought it was like that Wayne's World moment where I was just dream weaver, and I was, or I mean, you know how the camera zooms where it's like, it was like that, and she radiated, and I was just, and I got a weakness for brunettes. And so her being a brunette, and again the fact that she was backlit and the wind was, her hair was just flowing. It was literally somehow like some out of a movie. And that's the second time where I was just like, oh. Didn't talk to her though.
No, I was about to ask. I was like, and what happened next? So I went, I'm Darin.
Like just watching her go by. Oh.
She probably like puts like a little notch. It's just like, and another one.
Although, you know what? I will say another time that happened is I went to the Oscars, and as I was leaving, I was like, I've had a few, and I tried to get into the governor's ball at the end, but when I was there, I was making friends with just everybody, like all the security people. I was talking to everybody, and I snuck into the governor's ball, but because I knew all the security, they're like, "Dear, what are you doing here?" And they kicked me out, and I was upset by that. And so on my way out, I'm just like, I'm going to take. She kicked me out of the governor's ball. I'm going to take these, because we've got roses everywhere. I'm going to take this bouquet of roses. I'm going to take another bouquet of roses. It's like that moment at the end of The Jerk where he's like, I just need this. And he just keeps taking things. And I kept taking bouquets of roses. And then I had this idea of like, oh, it'd be really nice if all these people who work this event, if I decided that I was going to give every woman who worked the event 2 roses and every guy a rose. To give to whoever they wanted to give to, And so I just kept stealing roses and so I kept giving them out. I'm just giving them out, and I kept stealing more roses and giving them out. I was like determined, I'm not going to miss anybody. Everybody's getting roses. And at one point during the time I was doing this security guard comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, sir, my boss wants to know, why are you stealing all our roses?" I go, I've decided that everyone who works this event, they need to be recognized just like everybody, all the stars here. They need to be recognized too. So I'm giving 2 roses to every woman and 1 rose to every guy. And if your boss has a problem, and since you're a woman, here are your 2 roses. And if your boss has got a problem with it, she can come to me. My name is Darin Toonder. And then she just looked at me and she goes, "Carry on, sir." But at the end of the night, I'm talking to this one girl, and all of a sudden I hear this voice behind me says, "I'd like a rose." And I turn around, and it's Kate Hudson. Oh. And it looks like she had that specially lit for her where she was standing outside. I mean, she was gorgeous. And I said, "Well, did you work the event?" She goes, "No." I said, "I'm giving out 2 roses to everyone who's worked the event. Did you work the event?" And then she went, "No." And I'm like, "Then no roses for you."
Just stood up Kate Winslet.
The girl goes to me. She goes, "That's Kate Hudson. Give her a rose." I'm like, "I know what I'm doing. And she's like, "Give her a rose, give her a rose." I'm like, I know what I'm doing. And I turn back around all cool and everything. And I go, "I'll tell you what, my friend wants me to give you a rose. So if you want, would you like a rose still?" And she goes, "Yes, I would." And I go, "Okay, well, I've been running around all day. So if you want a rose, I'm not going to come to you. You can come to me and get one." She just does this. And I laughed so hard. I can't wait I'm hoping to meet her someday so I can say, "Hey, do you remember that time?"
Do you remember the rose guy? That's me.
By the way, I did try. Now I said, okay, now I waited a minute, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go out to where they're picking everybody up to the limousine, so I'm gonna talk to her. And I admit, so because she looks gorgeous. So those, I would say that the only time I've been starstruck was that George Clooney moment. But again, I thought that was more of a surprise. You think they would tell you, hey, he's in the room?
Yeah.
It's like, the director's there. It's just like, it's George Clooney. It's like, oh, is it? It's just like, yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. Then you go, it's like, that's George Clooney. That's the Oceans guy.
Well, that's what I thought was so funny when I'm George Clooney. I just went, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, you Batman.
He's like, I know. Stop reminding me.
Yeah.
Now, before we sign off here, Darin, is there anything you got coming up you want to mention?
Well, you know what? I tell you what, I'm looking forward. I have this nothing to do with acting, but I have a bucket list of hitting all 50 states, and I'm not talking like drive through 50 states. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm actually going to go visit. So I got a bucket list of hitting 50 states, and I'm at 44 right now.
Wow.
I'm really looking forward to banging out, doing Minnesota and Oregon. So I'm doing those this summer, and I'm super excited to do that. And so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Have you already gotten the furthest ones, Alaska and Hawaii?
I did Alaska.
Okay.
And I got COVID.
Never doing that again.
I went to Alaska and I got COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
The most isolated state that we have.
Could be worse. He could have been bitten by a moose.
It could have been. But Alaska was gorgeous. But yeah, I've knocked out Hawaii, Alaska.
Okay.
So I've got Oregon, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Rhode Island. I think
Okay.
Wait, did I say I'm at 44, 45? Oh, and Idaho.
Idaho.
Yes, I am.
A joke from middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally made a comeback 20-something plus years later.
But I do have this. You guys are dads, yes?
Yes. Yep.
Before we leave, I want to ask you this because I enjoy these, and because you're dads, because of what you just said. What's your favorite dad joke?
I really feel like a lot of mine are situational, where it's just something happened.
Situational comic.
I'm a situational comic. It's, I really don't know.
Mine's always, I tell my kids, you make a better door than a window. Sit down. Because they'll be standing in front of the TV or something like that.
It's like,
you don't have one?
It's like, you might be a pain, but you're not made out of glass. So sit down. I don't know. I do this, like, I do it all day. It's so hard to recall a single one.
Well, I made fun of Tom because he's getting in. He just became a dad, so he's getting into the groove of it. But like, I went out to my truck to get something before we started. I came back in. He's been painting like the walls in his house, and he was standing there with his hands on his hips, just admiring his work.
Yeah, I did a good job. And I'm just standing there. I feel like, Tim the Toolman Taylor going, huh? Looking up. Yeah. It's just like, it's like, I did that. That looks nice. It's like, look at that. Me.
We'll try to get him, me and Hayden will try and get him to come hang out with us. He's like, I can't. I got to mow the lawn. I'm like, dude, you're in your 30s. You can mow it when you got time. Let's go do something.
It's not mow when I have time.
Are you a ride mower? Are you a ride mower or a push mower?
I got a push mower. I don't have a yard big enough for a ride to justify a ride on.
I just pay somebody to cut my grass.
But that's money I'm saving because I cut it myself. And when I cut the diamond patterns in myself, and I'm standing there, and my neighbors have to walk down the sidewalk, and then they look at their sad yards and look at their husbands. I know, it's like that argument later. I caused that.
I don't care.
I did that. That's me.
Wait, so you do the perimeter and then the stripe.
Oh yeah, I'll do the diamond patterns. I'll cross cut them, or I'll do diagonals. I wanted to put my initials in the front yard one time. My wife said no, but I was doing like all this stuff, and I'm just like, and like I was doing it like I would see my neighbors, like I would cut, and then I'd see them come out and like look, and then like an hour later they're out cutting their grass too. And I'm just like,
and you got that from your dad, right? Because whenever I mowed a lawn, he had us do that. So you got that from your dad, right?
Oh yeah, our yard in New York and his now, it looks like the picture of the lawn on like the Scott's bag. Like the grass has been willed to grow vertical, 90 degrees each blade. They won't go past a certain point. Carpet thick, even. It's just immaculate. My yard isn't, but his was.
I'll just make sure mine don't have weeds.
Because my dad, you do the perimeter twice, and then you start.
Yep.
And then the next week you got to go the opposite direction.
Yep. Exactly. Your dad is a man of wisdom and knowledge.
Wait, so did you do once around the perimeter or twice around the perimeter?
Twice. Can't fool me. Darin. I know how to cut my own yard.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. So thanks for letting me to be a part of this, and I enjoyed this just as much as the first hour and a half, 15 minutes that we talked before we were recording.
Well, we appreciate you working with us and making this work out better.
We do greatly appreciate all the time you've dedicated to us, not just the hour we've recorded, but our sidebar conversations. We're going to sign off here. This is an episode of Entertain This. We hope you enjoyed what you listened to. That was Darin Toonder. Check us out on social media, where you can find us on Instagram at @entertainthis_, and every single other streaming service humanly possible. We're on it because Mitch made us. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Congratulations. You survived another episode of Entertain This. You have the strength of a barbarian and the patience of a kindergarten cop. If you want to see more action, go to your apps and give us a 5-star review. Do not be a hothead, Bennett. Be a winner and join our army at @EntertainThis_ on social media to tell us which movie we should terminate next. The summer of Schwarzenegger continues next week. Until then, stay hungry. I'll be back.